Hey, I want to do an unboxing of this top oak 270-degree awning. I ordered it maybe a week and a half or so ago, and it came in. Everything looks pretty good. It's pretty heavy, and I also noticed there's a little bit of damage on the box, so I wanted to open it up and see if there's any damage to start with, and we'll look at the rest of it. So let me cut it open and get in it. Here you can see the damage to it, to the box. Let me spin it around so you can view it better. All right, I turned around so you can see it a little bit better. So this is obviously the side that mounts to the tent or to the rail system. I've got a bracket that you can mount it to an existing roof rack, or they actually allow you to mount it to their tent, and they're also have the Stellar tent coming here in another week or so. Let me get it out. Let's see if it's damaged. All right, let me get you off the tripod and bring you a little closer. All right, I picked it up, put it on a table so it'd be a little bit easier to see. But so this is it. So it also came. I'm not sure what's in this yet. I'll open it up. It also came with 2 brackets to mount it. I take it these are probably just universal brackets. It doesn't appear that there's any damage. I'll roll it over again and see the outside bag of this is a very thick bag. The zippers seem pretty good as well. Again, I haven't really opened it and looked at anything, but just first handling it, it's a very thick bag. This is the back end setup. As you can see, it's more of a T-channel style. You put in the nuts and slide them over. Looks like you could just have middle inserts, so you have to slide them all the way to the end, which isn't bad. There's a lot of rails. That's what, 5 slots that you can put them in. Nice aluminum. Everything looks so good. Again, it looks like some small damage, not a big deal to these. We actually got another set of brackets, so I'm not even sure if I'll use those or not. And then this also came in. Not sure what it is. I'm trying to box it with one hand here. This is basically their version of their hammer they give you with, so you can stake it down if you want, which is pretty cool. They actually give you a hammer. It's aluminum and pretty heavy front end on it. Not too bad. Let me pull over the other boxes that we got too. I think it's probably the rails that goes with this, or I'm sorry, the different mounts. Yeah, I think these look like these are the extra mounts that I ordered. So these are a little bit different for the rail system or for the awning side. So you can mount it. There we go, so you can see. Yeah, so basically you have a vertical mount that you can mount the back of your awning to and actually change some of the height and get some different clearances on it, depending on how you want your roof rack. So if you want it further down and have it higher up, you can do that. But these look pretty decent. Looks like it comes with the different nuts that go inside those rails and an Allen tool for it. It looks like everything has also got Loctite available for it. All right, so this is the Top Oak 270 with it on the driver's side being fully deployed and the legs being down. The legs aren't required to be down, so it is freestanding, but I just wanted to sort of show it with the legs down. And then having the legs down actually helps a little bit opening up the tailgate, because with the ladder it fits, and so it gives a little bit more. But as you can see, it's obviously, this is when you buy it, you have to set it up for passenger side or driver's side, and this one's set up for the driver's side. And it wraps around the back pretty good distance. You can see it covers the back side of the 4Runner all the way up. It does have legs on each one of the main posts, and there is actually lights on each one of the posts as well. And then there's a connector, and there's basically like a squid adapter that goes to each one of these. And the only bad thing I can see really is if you forget these are plugged in, when you roll them up, they'll get pinched in there and end up breaking off. So it might be worth, getting another squid adapter. I'm not sure if they sell them or not. If they do, I'll put a link in the video. But this is it. I mean, so it's a fairly sunny day. As you can see, it's bright and it's very sunny under here. We did do an awning bracket that came from Top Oak. I'm not sure if you can see it up there or not. So it's actually mounted to the tent and not to the 4Runner's roof rack. And so doing that gives us a little more headroom. A little over 6 foot before you actually hit your head on any of these rails. I'm 5'9", and I'm definitely not coming close to them at all. But you can see it goes all the way around. There is Velcro on this top piece. They do sell a room that you can sort of buy different panels to snap into place, that you can basically just Velcro in, and it goes all the way around to here as well. And then each side basically has a tie-down point that these buckles do come with it, and we just tied it over there to a piece on the roof rack. And it also has a place up here. This Velcro, those walls will come down, and the storage bag for the power supply that goes into here. This basically just a USB-A that plugs into it that powers all the different lights. We haven't been able to find a place to change the lights, dim them, make them different colors, anything like that. So they're basically plugged in, they're on, and if they're unplugged, they're off. As you can see, each one of the main beams has those lights, and the legs basically just go up into this and Velcro in. So when you fold the legs up, that's where they go. And let me put you on a tripod. The only issue we saw on a 4Runner, if you have a ladder, you can see where we have this foam. This actually will come up and hit right here. And it doesn't allow the lift gate to fully open without hitting. Let me put you on the tripod and I'll show you what that looks like. See, there you can see where I was talking about how you open up the ladder, it hits that main beam. So we just put a piece of foam to it, and it sort of rests up against it. And it does help when you open up and push on the pole. Basically, it'll push up the awning another inch or two, and it does help to get in. This is, the height is pretty small, so I'm 5'9", and I'm actually hitting my head on it, so you definitely have to get the duct getting in, and I'll show it in just a second. But when we pull out the fridge, you can actually still open a portion of the fridge and have it stay open, and you can access both sides, but it's a little tight. And this is one of the another one of the 4Runner shelf units that I did, and I'll put a link in that description. I did a walk around of what this looks like. But yeah, so if we open up, so as you can see, it's pretty tight, but that does open all the way up where it doesn't hit, and on this side it stops there, so you can still get into it. There's plenty of room getting in, but it won't stay open like this side does. So I can see 5'9", looking straight at it is pretty low, but it does work. I mean, as long as you have something up there to keep it from hitting like that, then it won't damage anything. It doesn't feel like it's really putting a whole lot of strain on that bar, but just something to note. I mean, even though that we have it on this mount right here, that's also on their tent, and we haven't moved all the way to the very top, it still hits.
I don't know if we can get an extension for this bracket that would go a little bit further up in the air, but that would be another option. Anyway, this is the underneath awning, and I'll do a time lapse of this putting it back up as well. So this is the top oak 270 degree on the driver's side. I wanted to show what it looks like all closed up. And we actually did the brackets that mount to their tent, and it goes up to the last two slots on their awning. I don't know if we can extend that more to get a little more height, and that would hopefully help us there on the gate. That's it. Doesn't stick out too terribly far. It's still within the fender wells, and it's a really nice bag, really good zippers. And there's plenty of room, so it's not crazy tight, so it's very easy to get back into place. As you can see, there's a close-up of their bracket that you can buy as an add-on. This is not the bracket it comes with. It comes with a bracket that's made to go on maybe like a crossbar and tier, not one that mounts to their channel. So this is specific for theirs. I mean, it would work in any kind of slot channel like this, but that is a bracket that we paid extra for from them, from Top Oak. Yeah. And that's the Top Oak 270 degree driver side mounting on it.